Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey. All right, we're going to be getting going. It's Wednesday morning. Sorry, I'm a little late. Had to take my kids to school today. Woo! All right, it's going to be a good day. Thank you, Lord, for your provision, for your faithfulness. And we receive the prophets that you have for us today. All right, we are... Oh man, that looks really good. I just literally sat down though, right here, that touch of that inversion fair value gap. And this low resistance liquidity to the upside. I don't know if that's legit though. All right, we're going to get, good morning, Deborah. How are you doing this morning? Oh yeah, that looks like it wants to move. That looks like it wants to go, folks. I'm not going to do anything with it. We're going to wait. 3 trades. We're doing the 3 trade challenge. We're not going to force anything. We're going to be patient. I'm going to get everything set up. If I miss something right now, I miss something right now. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic. Let me get this. You're going to see a blank screen here. I'm going to get my macro. Oh, there it is. It popped up. Great. Okay. Because I'm going to be doing some executions on this account here. Actually, you know what? I wanted to get... Oh, that's why I didn't do it. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that today. All right, so we are watching, since that, I'm watching this right there. That's our first main fair value gap. We ran liquidity, these equal highs here. I would like to play that to the downside. If I can get everything set up. Sorry, let me get situated here. Oh, it didn't give us the close right there, folks. Gotta wait. It looks really good, though. Let's see. Yeah, we ran highs. That looks really good. We swept those highs there. We did sweep these lows as well, though. Let's see here. Oh, that looks nice. We are going to take a shot right here, I think. There's our move. There's our, don't like that reaction, so I sold it. It grabbed that liquidity on the downside real quick right here. So that's where we have to move our stop to break even. We weren't able to do that very quickly, so we ended up just selling that for a pretty much break even. But we're going to see if this wants to move a little bit lower. Let's see if it wants to run to the midnight open here. I took that on my cash account as well. I did both of those. I sold this one, but held my cash account for, what was it? About 17 handles. 607, or no, 621 to 607. So 14 handles I sold it at. Sold it at a little bit down here. All right, let's get that. That was just too fast, and it looked really nice. I really wanted to take that. Now that I got that done, is it? Okay, yeah, I'm positive $26 on that. Or we'll wait for a little bit better setup here. Okay, now I'm looking at the chart, looking at the comments here. What do we got? Charles, good morning. Deborah, question: when it comes to breaker, how would I properly identify? Would a breaker through support, would it be a breaker through support and resistance? Properly identification is grabbing liquidity first. So this is grabbing liquidity, and you could consider this as a breaker right now in this fair value gap to this fair value gap, and we haven't grabbed this low. Actually, I'm going to take that. I feel like I'm jumping all over the place here. Let's see if this wants to run. But here's a fair value gap on the right. Here's the fair value gap, or on the left, and here's one on the right, and then here's the breaker. That would be the breaker, and that's, I'm going to see if that wants to hold. I got a horrible fill, but I think this is going to run lower. So there's equal lows. Let's see if it wants to pop a little bit lower. I don't really want it to run up against me. I want it to run this low, and then there it is. Okay, gonna sell that for 10 handles. We're on a light news day, so I'm really not going to hold anything long. Now, did you see how that played out there, Deborah? It was a little crazy and sporadic on how I got there, but literally it's right there. It's right in front of us. It grabbed liquidity on the upside. It had a fair value gap to the left, a fair value gap to the right, and it was beautiful. We didn't grab the sell side liquidity, and we have downside draw on liquidity, which we could go all the way down to this new day opening gap. I ended up selling mine, which I'm fine just making $200 on my funded accounts. My some of the I just got this new funded account there. So I copy that on all my different all my different accounts, and that's pretty much it. That's all I have to do. All right, so we're coming up resistance on this midnight open. Is that today's? No, that's a couple days ago. But we have this low here. We want to see it find resistance at this low or this new week opening gap. I still think we got lower prices to go. So this is where you could do like another small trade, but you have to be very careful on no news days. because it could range back and forth. Grab a low, then run up and grab the high. Grab the low, almost grab a high. Almost grab a low, grab the high. And that's called seek and destroy. And the reason why you saw me sell when I did is because I already told myself I wasn't going to hold for any long major moves, because it can do this. This literally would have retraced completely on my position and made me negative. It might run lower right now still, but when we have a no news day like we are today, today is Wednesday. Let me just show you what's on the screen here. Is on Wednesday we have crude oil inventories at 10:30, and that's it. There's no red folder news. So I'm not really wanting to have large amount of risk and try to hold for big moves and then just have it completely retrace on me. You can see we came right back up to this breaker. It slowed down a second, but now we're pushing through it. This is, even though this looks really nice, this is seek and destroy conditions. Meaning its retracements are so large that any profit that you may have had is now erased completely simply in 3 candles. Now it could literally drop from here, but you have that risk of, and this still looks like it wants to go lower in my opinion, is that you have to deal with all of those wicks. And I don't want to do that. I want to get my 10 handles for today and get out. Now, I've been contemplating, and it's been in the back of my mind, how I want to hold for my trades for longer. But a key factor in that, even in my own learning experience, is if you want to hold those trades for longer, you need to make sure it's on the right day, the right trading conditions. For me, this is not one of those days, and I'm not going to try to make myself hold trades longer. I'm going to get my cash and get out and be done. And I've taken 2 trades so far. 2 trades so far. And we have 1 left if we're going to take one. It's 8:43 right now. One thing I have not checked. Let's look at the regular trading hours. Let's see if we have any... We filled our regular trading hours up right here. So that's all done. And then our new day opening gap is right here. We already filled that up on the open. So yeah, this, I still think we're moving lower for lower prices. But you literally are getting in based on order flow, and you're not getting in on a specific entry. That's the hard part, is if you were to get in here, what if it retraces 20 handles against you? That's the hard part. So you have to get on these retracements. So you would have had to get on at the top of these green candles, hold through some of this drawdown, and then take this push lower, right? It may not even go all the way, stop right here and retrace 20, 30 handles and then go. That's the hard part when you get in moves like this, is if you're going to wait and you want to get into a move like this, you need to wait for a fair value gap, wait for it to come up into it, and then go short. So you would have this fair value gap here, and you could look at coming into this here and then going lower to this new day opening gap from the 27th, just yesterday's. Now, I'm not recommending you do that, but that's, if you were to take risks, those are the types of risks you need to figure out, where do you want to take those risks and when do you want to take it. Nice move down to the new day opening gap, as I just outlined that I expected it to. And I'm on my own trading journey, guys. I'm on my own journey of learning to hold trades longer, and today's just not one of those. So I sold on the push, got my 10 handles, and I'm out. And yes, it did retrace, but it did move all the way down to my final target I just didn't want to hold it there. And I already know that that is an area that I'm going to have to grow in, right? That's just, I've come to that conclusion. All right, we just swept the lows. We just swept the lows right there. Lows have been swept. Price has the freedom now to change directions if it wants to. I'm not saying it wants to, but I'm saying if it was, we hit a key level and are around a new day opening gap, that I would say I'm fine if I see a nice bullish setup and the structure showing me that bullish price action is coming. I would be interested in it because we grab liquidity. If we stopped right before it and it was showing me that it wants to move higher, I would be hesitant, because price runs for only two reasons. Those two reasons are to fill imbalances and to grab liquidity. Well, we did that here. We grabbed liquidity around an imbalance, and now we could see higher prices. I don't want to see higher prices. I think we see lower prices, but I'm not in control of price. I'm just interpreting it as it comes. No news day, Deborah. 100%. 100%. You got to be careful. Yeah, this was a nice move. This was a nice move. There was a nice breaker. I guarantee you, you look on Twitter today, on X, you will see this breaker from people. If you're on X, you'll see this breaker, people taking it short. 100%. Me being one of them. There's no doubt in my mind you'll see that. That was just too obvious. And I'm glad you put it in the chat, because I would have missed it because I was chatting, not paying attention, because I just took a trade. When I take a trade, I get out of my trade, I can miss the next setup sometimes because I'm just not thinking about getting in on anything. Villainous. Broadening formation could be helpful with seek and destroy ranges. Yeah, no, there's that to me, when you say broadening formation, that is broadening formation equals seek and destroy. That's how I'd see that. So the way I would treat seek and destroy is every time we grab liquidity, I'm looking for a reversal. Every time we grab liquidity, I'm looking for a reversal. Grab liquidity, I'm looking for a reversal. Right? It may not be a seek and destroy day. It may now. We just completed our market maker sell model. That's been completed. Consolidation, accumulation, smart money reversal, stage 1, stage 2. And usually after stage 2, the end of stage 2 is very aggressive. Very quick for that move. Now we could continue lower. Actually, you know what I'd like to see? I bet you if we drop a fib here and here, let's see what these land on. Look where 2.5 lands. 2.5 lands at this low. If we do one standard deviation from that high to that low we just broke, one standard deviation is just below that wick low. If we go to the daily time frame, this price action is bearish, and I think we're going to revisit this daily fair value gap. We got equal lows down here. And I think we're going to see lower prices. That's what that tells me. So what I would be waiting for is some type of deeper retracement that gives me an inversion fair value gap to the downside. That's what I would be looking for to take a short. Yeah, Deborah, I can relate to that a lot. And anytime that starts to happen, it's just best to walk away. I felt that way so many times. Now, I'm keeping the sell side here. Why? Because if we continue to get these candles that are wicking lower, but the bodies aren't really expanding lower, that gives me what? An opportunity for a reversal. This 3 minute is nice. The 2 minutes horrible. 1 minute's no good. We have one really high up here. The 2 minutes, okay. Man, that's hard. They all pretty much look very similar. There's nothing on the 30-second. So right now it's a sit and wait. Sit and wait situation. It's a sit and wait situation. Deborah. I can tell. I've done that so many times. I need to stop, and then I keep going. I'm laughing because it's so relatable. I mean, you are not the only one. I don't know if you saw, but I did jump on yesterday, Deborah. I did live stream yesterday. I don't know if I don't think you were on yesterday. See how it didn't give us an opportunity it didn't retrace, but look what it respected. Look at that. So this is stuff just to keep in mind. Here's our sell side. We came in, the bodies stayed inside this new day opening gap. It respected the premium side, respected the discount side, and then expanded lower. The next thing I'd like to see is us close here, and then maybe a wick right back up to this new day opening gap right there. And that can be an entry in itself. I'm not going to take it. Actually, I think I'm going to try one right here. Watching this order block, and then the 50% of this wick. I'm going to have a hard stop loss at 40 ticks. If it's going to find support here, I really want it to drop aggressively right here. know what? I think I'm going to close the trade here. I really don't want to hold it. I don't want to mess around. I feel like I'm just clicking, and it could absolutely drop, but I just felt like I was being impatient. And it can run without me, and it probably will. I just didn't feel, I felt anxious holding that. And anytime I feel anxious, I would rather not be in the trade. And that's me logically talking right now. And it's just better for me not to do that. No trade Tuesday. Not no trade mean I couldn't stream, but I was able to. I was able to stream a little bit. We got 3 wins in like the first 15 minutes. If you go to the live stream, you can watch it. The first 15 minutes are the best part of the stream, so I would watch that part for sure from yesterday. Just watch the executions. Watch the executions and just to read price action. That's the biggest thing you need to do. Is even if you're not going to trade, don't log into an account or do a demo account and just read price action. That is really what you need to spend your time doing, is reading price action. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you appreciate the commentary, I would greatly appreciate that. And also, just FYI, Apex, their discounts are gone right now. I think I went just to check, and their best discount right now is 50% off. 50% off. So if it's me giving my personal opinion, I would say do not buy any funded or eval accounts right now. Don't buy anything. They're too expensive. I will not be buying anything right now. Too expensive. Wait till they give another discount, and that's when you're going to want to buy. The fact of the matter is they've done so many discounts now that they know that they have to continue the discounts if they want people to buy, because when there's no discounts, nobody's going to buy. So there will be another one. When I get updates on when the next one is, I will be sure to let you guys know, but I would not be buying anything right now. How's everybody else doing? How's everybody else's week going so far? We're midweek. By the way, it's about 10 o'clock. We got 11 seconds before 10. Let's see what kind of reaction we get here at the 10 o'clock candle. We came back up through the new day opening gaps. Are we just going to consolidate around them, which is very possible for a minute, and then we may expand lower? That's really what I would want to see. I do want to see lower prices. Where's gold at? Gold. We are at 25. I would like us to get back under this level, and if we can get under that level, I think we might be able to reach to at least this level down here. I might buy some gold when it comes down to that level. Not on the charts, actual physical gold. The dollar finally rebounding a little bit. We grabbed sell side here. If the dollar can, is this the daily? Yeah. If the dollar can close above this, today. We'll probably run to these highs. If we do that, we should see gold prices come down more. If we see price goes up on the dollar, we should see NQ drop even more. We should see the indices drop even more. DDT, how you doing, my friend? ADZ, them equal at highs, look good. Once price starts making way above, I'll be entering. Equal highs, are you referring to... here? Oh, you're looking at those equal highs. Yeah, I mean, that will be a great draw on liquidity. You just need to be confident that we're getting that expansion to that direction. And you're going to know by an aggressive move higher. That's what I would be looking for, is an aggressive move. Right now, we are far from that. We are far from it. What do we got here? All right, so we got this 5-minute fair value gap. We're going to keep an eye on that. We just tapped into that 5-minute. And we're getting an inversion right now. If this closes, this would be a trade. And I would only want to take it if it does it on the first candle. So it did not do it. It actually filled it. So I'm not looking at taking that long now. And that's just my preference because we're around the new day opening gap. We're right next to sell side. And we potentially have lower prices, lower draw on liquidity in the form of the daily fair value gap sitting below us way down here. You can see it on the 5-minute chart. So we are DDT. Oh, what's the 3-trade challenge? I'll share that here in a second. Let me finish my thought here. So because we have, in my opinion, resistance of sell side, new day opening gap, and we didn't do it aggressively on the first move, I'm not interested. I'm interested in the aggressive moves that show me price wants to move a direction with my indicators of price being acknowledged. So this, in this case, it would be this fair value gap. Oops. In this case, it would be this fair value gap moving to the upside. Now, it could still do it. I just may not be interested in it at this point. I wanted it to come up and close through it the very first time, showing me aggression that it wants to run this swing high right here. But when we tap it, and potentially tap it a third time, I'm not as interested in it. I want to see candles like this, but I wanted to see it on the first candle, showing me that it's ready to move the other direction aggressively because they want to take the people that are going short and they want to move against them immediately. That is what you're looking for in price, is liquidity and balance grabbed and then aggression the other way to give you the indication that it's ready to move. See how it's now respected this 4 times and it's hasn't broken it? I'm not interested if it breaks above it now because it could lie to me. It looks more heavy than it does bullish. So I don't want to participate in anything like that. The 3-trade challenge. So the 3-trade challenge, for those of you that are joining for the first time, it is about only taking 3 trades during your trading session. No more. but you can take less. The reason I'm instituting the 3-trade challenge is to eliminate all of the other things traders have to focus on. They need to make sure they don't overtrade. They need to make sure they don't revenge trade. They need to make sure they're taking A+ setups and avoiding B+, B-, C setups, just, clicking the button. I've learned that you can incorporate all of that by instituting a 3-trade limit. If you can only take 3 trades, you're going to be more careful that you take the best setups because you want to make money and you don't want to waste your 3 trades on subpar trade opportunities. 3 trades also gives you enough to be able to overcome any small mistakes you make if you have a bad trade the first time. But it also keeps you from revenge trading, and it eliminates the opportunity for overtrading. So I'm challenging all of my viewers here to try this with me, to give it a week and see if your trading does not improve. See if taking less trades does not improve. I almost will, I'm front running this for you. I'm going to tell you the answer. I'm going to tell you a little secret. It will. You will see improvement in your trading. Now, if you still take subpar trades, if you still just click the button wanting to find out, you won't see an improvement. But if you are now becoming more cautious on your opportunities, you're more careful about trying to find the best one and willing to let go of other trades and wait for better ones, then you will see an improvement. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This is the type of trade I would want to see. I just don't like how small this fair value gap is. Let's look at the 30-second. There's nothing on the 30-second that I like. Nothing on the 2-minute. Nothing on the 3-minute. So we'll have to wait. Now that we made a lower low, I want to say something here. And we're still respecting this 5-minute. If this candle aggressively moved higher and closed above this level, now my opinion has changed. I would be interested in something like that. Why? Because we aggressively moved lower, we grabbed liquidity, and we aggressively moved in the other direction. That's a signature in price that grabs my attention and tells me that we could at least run for that high right there. And if we just drop this right here, if you run for that high, that's 16 handles with a stop loss that's only 4 handles potentially. So that changes my outlook on this type of fair value gap. Now, if we slow down right here, I'm not interested in it anymore. I want to see the aggressiveness of a candle closing through that in one pass, not, tapping it 4 or 5 times and then going through it. Okay? This just comes by watching price over and over and over and becoming more familiar with it, that you see those signatures and know what to do. Give me a second, guys. I think there's somebody at my door. Okay. Lawn guys, they're supposed to fertilize my grass, and they did a horrible job last time. Okay, DDT. 3 trades. Now, you have to decide if you want to commit to doing only 3 trades, but I mean, what's the risk? I mean, what do you have to lose? If you've never tried it before, for all of you guys watching, I'm not just talking to you, DDT. I'm talking to anybody listening here. What do you have to lose to limit yourself to 3 trades? You've already tried 20, 30, 40, 50 trades in a session, in a day. You've already tried that. I mean, if you haven't, we have. I've done it. Every other trader's done it. They go on tilt and they make 30, 40 trades. And they're all, is it going to go up? I don't want to miss the move. I don't want to miss the move. Let's see what happens here. And you just end up doing 30, 40 trades. I mean, guaranteed. Guaranteed. So what do you have to lose? Restricting yourself to 3 trades, to be more patient, to wait for that ideal setup, not taking something that you think looks good, but being patient. So that's the challenge. That's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do. The other thing is, on a good note, for those that weren't here yesterday, I figured out how to bring down my delay time on my stream. Right now, my stream should only be about 4 to 5 seconds delayed. So right now it's 11:13:05, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm curious on how delayed it is on your guys' end. Just to confirm that my settings are correct, but I believe it should be less of a delay. And I'm really excited about that, because that means I can do more of this real-time training for free. And maybe I don't have to do a Discord only for live stream. I can actually stay on YouTube and get more people to be about. It's no way Dunsworth. It's 20 seconds right now. That would irritate me, because I reset all my settings to change that. I spent like 45 minutes. Trying to make sure I had all my settings correct. If it's still delayed like that, I don't know what to do. Look at that fair value gap that we did not want to go long in. This is screaming, I want to go short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No way, Sparhawk. 30 seconds? What the heck? That's horrible. I would not want to watch if I had a 30-second delay. No way. Okay, no added delay. 25 seconds. Holy cow. Well, I apparently am wrong. I swore when I tested it that it did that. We're watching price here, guys. We're waiting for, at this point, this is obviously a significant level now. Now my opinion of this fair value gap has changed again. If we close above this, what do you think we're going to do? We can almost guarantee that we're probably running this high, if not running higher. So we're keeping this on here and seeing if we're going to continue to respect this 5 minute. Look at how many times we came into here, but the body's closed above. Do you see that? If we move to the 5 minute time frame, look at the 5 minute time frame here. The 5 minute time frame has only been wicks into this fair value gap, and the bodies are above it. right now, if we really want to change in state of delivery, if we really want to know price is going to move the other direction, we want this candle to have a 5-minute candle close above it. Okay? I'll give you my reasoning. I did a video on this. It's extremely helpful to give confidence that price is now moving in another direction. Okay? Right here. This candle is the first candle that came into this 5-minute fair value gap. So whichever candle comes into a key level first is the candle you want to track and keep an eye out on. When we have a close above this, it tells me price is wanting to move the other direction. If we close above this aggressively, I might be interested in that. Okay, it did not close. Still there. Okay? So we're waiting for this 5-minute to close above. And when that does, I can be confident that we are probably going to have a larger move to the other side. Now, I don't go long the moment that the close happens. That's a mistake because you can have a retracement right away. But this is a change in state of delivery we want to see in price that indicates order flow has changed. I'm waiting for this, and I might go in early. All right, I'm in this. If we close down again, I will get out right away if we don't close above this. There's a little bit of a chase, as you can see. All right, see how it closed below it? I want to get out. See that? See that action? See that order flow right there? I decided to jump into it because of how aggressive it looked. But guess what it did? It closed back down inside it right there. And I immediately got out. I don't care if it runs at this point. I'm not messing around with that kind of junk. If it's going to try to do all that crap, I'm going to just stay out. There's no reason for me to try to make something happen. Even though it's probably still going to run that. It's just, why would it do that to me? Come on. Why is it playing dirty? Now, if we close here, you could absolutely take it. I don't think I am. It literally closed on the level at that point. That makes it a 50-50. At this point, seeing these wicks, I would not be interested in it. All right, Charles. 3 and done, man. Well, I will try again on this slightly disappointing. Let's figure this out here. Well, I will try again on this. Let's try it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, 22 seconds. That's ridiculous. That's really disappointing. You know what's else also is disappointing? This crap right here. I told you when we closed above it, we're going to run that high. And it closed on it. It basically did not want people to be a part of this move. And guess what it did? Exactly what I told you guys it was going to do. It just takes time. When you read price action enough, you will begin to see this. Now, what did we just have happen? The 5-minute closed above. I can say confidently, I think we are going to move in the other direction. Now, how much of a retracement could we get? I don't know. You got to find the key levels in price action that tell you where you think price is going to go. Here's a breaker right here. There's a breaker that we can watch, and it overlaps with this 1 minute fair value gap sitting right here. And it's overlapping with the new day opening gap low on the 27th. So an aggressive candle here that finds support here with a 1 minute change in state of delivery moving to the upside, I would be interested in. And it may not come all the way back down there, and then that means what? It means it's running without me. So we have one trade left that I have here. I'll be looking for just one more, and then that's it. The other thing is you could play off of this change in state of delivery. That's an option too. But based on how wicky this is, I'm not interested in that. Hey guys, if you can, do me a solid. Hit that. All right, look at that. Look at that stab there and how it stops right there. Let's see what happens here. Let's see how this candle reacts. Okay, we're watching this candle here. I already outlined it. Hopefully it's been more than 20 seconds. Hit that like button for me, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. There's enough on here. We should be able to get some more likes. Okay, we did not take it. We're waiting for a 1 minute change in delivery. 1 minute CISD on the 1 minute. We want a green candle to close above a red candle or a black candle here. But I'm liking this reaction so far. We also have this inversion fair value gap right here. I think I'm going to take that. This is it. There is my first target I could have sold. I think I'm going to go for this high. All right, I'm going to sell there for 20 handles. I'm happy with that. All right, there it is, my friends. We got our win. Got our win-win. There we go. That's $440 copied. That's what we wanted to see. Now, I'm hoping I was able to guide you through that even with this 20-second delay. Guys, the 20-second delay really is bothering me. So here's my question. Out of those of you on this stream, give me a 1 if you would be interested in doing like a Discord or something like that. Right now, it probably wouldn't cost anything. And that's why I'm doing it on YouTube, because I need a larger audience, and then I'll probably do, maybe like a $20 a month subscription to do daily live streams. It really light, but I don't know if anybody is interested in something like that. It's why I'm doing it for free, because one, I want to give value to people, and I have a really small audience. I need a larger audience to be able to do something like that effectively. But here is, what did I tell you guys? I literally just outlined all of this in advance, and you guys could have done this yourself. What did I say? I love when this happens. It gives me confidence that I'm growing as a trader. I said, I want this candle right here on the 5-minute. I want a close above that level. Why? It's the first candle that came into the 5-minute, which was my key level. Your key level could be anything. Number 2, once we close above that, we go back into price action. Here's our change in state of delivery at the lower time frame, and we look for obvious levels that price could come back down into. We have 4 of them on the chart. Let me show you. Our first and most obvious one is the 5-minute change in state of delivery. Many times, if you look back in price action, you will see price come back down to this level right here and then move higher from it. Well, when I look at the lower time frame, I don't like what I see right there. I don't like the way it looks on the lower time frame. So my eye initially is drawn to this level here. So number 1 for opportunities that we'll look at to go along is the change in state of delivery when the price comes back down and hits that level, as we see right here. Number 2, when price hits this fair value gap. Why? It's the only fair value gap in this run higher. So it's an obvious fair value gap. We want to find support. Number 3, we have a breaker right here. We have a low, high, lower low. We break above it. When price comes back down into it, we can go along there as well. Let me just mark that as a breaker. And that was number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 right here. This is our 1-minute fair value gap that is now acting as our inversion fair value gap. Why? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles that respected this level before it broke through it. Obvious key level. Once we break through it, we want to see it now act as support. What happened? The bodies respect the high of the inversion fair value gap, but wick down into the breaker and the 1-minute fair value gap and the new day opening gap low. So many overlapping confluences that I couldn't wait for a 1-minute change in state of delivery, and I had to go long right away. It was just too obvious for me to want to hold. I really wanted to get in here, but I've done that before, and then it just breaks through like a falling knife. So I wait for an obvious entry. What happens? We wick down into it, we close. We wick down into it, and we start going green with about 15 seconds left. That's when I went long. In my mind, there's 15 seconds left on this candle. The chances of it going all the way back down here in 15 seconds, not very likely. I've seen it done before, but I already had so many other confluences that told me price was going to move in this direction. I'm going to take that risk and I'm going to go long. I'm going to take that risk. My drawdown was 3 handles. I had 3 handles of drawdown, and then we just exploded to the high. Now, again, I only took 1 contract. Again, I also know that I want to learn to hold longer, but I'm not going to hold longer right now with just 1 contract. I'm going to sell, get my 20 handles, and then as I continue to be consistent with making these trades happen, I will then size up, do 2 contracts, sell 1 at the obvious swing high, hold the other one to break even, hopefully targeting a higher move. Right there, I just gave you a model a strategy and a management plan on how you can be profitable in less than 5 minutes. Everything you need to know. You're welcome. That right there was outlined before it happened. We called it as it was going, and we took the executions with that strategy and model in mind before it even happened. And we just had 20 handles made, and with more most likely to come. It does not get any better than that. It does not. I mean, there's no way for another trader to give better executions, better insight than what just happened. Unless they literally have a paper that says, "Okay, guys, I got the insights. You're gonna go long when price comes down to 19,541.25 cents. When it hits that level, everybody go long. Okay? Okay, good. Now you're gonna hold that trade until we get to 19,592. When it hits that level, you guys are gonna want to get out. Okay? Ready? Break." Nobody has that. Nobody has that. And I'm not just trying, this is me not bragging. The point is, you can get to this level too. I've been doing ICT Concepts for a year and a half. Give yourself a year and a half. Commit to the year and a half. Commit to the 2 years. Commit to the learning. And I promise you, there is light on the other side. I promise you, you can do this. I am absolutely convinced that you can change your life with the help of Holy Spirit, with the help of wisdom, and just having somebody to guide you through the process to help eliminate some of your mistakes. You can do this. It's possible, my friends. It is so possible. That was beautiful. Beautiful execution. Let's put that here. Let's see. Let's just look at I have the executions here. All right. I got out on break even on this one here. Went long here. Sold there. What did I do here? What was this one? That was another break even trade. So break evens do not count against you guys. Okay? I want to make sure you understand that. On the 3 trade challenge, if you're able to move your stop to break even, you're lucky. Because break even trades do not count against your 3 trade limit. Okay? Your 3 trade limit has a little bit of a loophole, and that is if you're able to get your stop to break even. So what that looks like is this. I'm going to go short right here. Okay, I went short. Oh, look at that move lower right now. Look at that move. I'm going to move my stop to break even, and hopefully we get a bigger push lower. So I'm now in a trade. I'm seeing this move in my favor. I move my stop to break even. So now I can let it run. I can sell. Or if it runs against me and stops me out at break even, I still have an opportunity for another trade. Okay? So you can take a second or third trade if you can get your stops to break even. And that is what happened in these 2 cases here. Break even trade, this one wasn't a break even, I don't think. No, this one was not a break even. So that counted against me. So 1, 2, 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. But this one was a break even. So 1, 2, 3, I believe. I may have had 4 on there. I think I'm kind of losing track of how many I took when I'm chatting so much, and so I may have actually had. Yep. Was this a break even? This one was a break even as well. My first trade was a break even. Second trade, I got a nice 602 to 592. 10 handles right there. Break even. This one was a loss of 5 handles. And then we got a 20 handle win. So we ended the day positive 25 handles. We're positive 25 handles on the day. All right, folks, let's see what we got here. Quick Solutions, lovely setup and beautiful trade. Thank you. So can I take this short or just wait? I mean, it looks interesting. We just did a BPR. This is a BPR. We closed below here, but what did we grab? We grabbed sell side liquidity right here. We wicked below this. So if you were going to take it, you needed to go short on this candle right here. And as soon as we broke this level right here, you would have moved your stop to break even, and then this would have been stopped out. So we are stopped out at break even if you were able to execute as I just outlined here. Or you take your profit there for 10 and a half handles. Yes, I do think we have lower prices to come, though. If you look at the 15-minute, it just looks too nice. Here's the 15-minute time frame. We wicked up into this 15-minute fair value gap here. We filled this 15-minute fair value gap here. We want this to stay open. We want part of this to stay open. It just tells us that price is heavy. It's a signature in price. We respected the consequent encroachment of this 15-minute fair value gap. So that is telling me it wants to move lower, and we filled the rest of these fair value gaps up here. So I still think we see lower prices to come. This move right here could have been all that it needed to get up to this. It filled this 15-minute fair value gap. Maybe that's the extent of this move that we were waiting for on the 5-minute change in state of delivery. Right? You have to, what is the obvious high-end target that it needs to, that it could hit? Well, the answer is these are really high. There is not a single 5-minute fair value gap except this one right here. So I would have looked at this and said, well, I would be concerned that we need to see price run through that level to continue to see higher prices on a 5-minute basis. If we don't get those higher, if we don't get that close above, then we may see lower prices to come, obviously. But you would have this in mind when you're going long, understanding that this here has to be closed above for us to continue higher. Look at that drop, friends. It's heavy today. I'm done. I'm logging out. All my accounts are closed. Not doing anything else today. I hit my limits. I made my trades. I actually probably made an extra trade that I shouldn't have, not realizing it. But we are done. As far as executions, I'm still going to tape read. We're still going to talk through price. DV. I need help setting up my trading platform to trade all my accounts. I do not have a video on that. The only way I can help, DV, is I can do a video on the currents, on setting up your account or your copied account if you use what I use. So it would be through TradingView. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do not chase, my friends. Do not chase, especially right now. We got this 5 minute. It could stop right here. So it would be with Apex. It would be with TradingView and Trade-of-8. Those are the 3 platforms that I use. TradingView, Trade-of-8, Apex. And Apex uses Trade-of-8. So I can do something with that. This has been a beautiful trading day, guys. It really, really has. Not just because we're green, but here's the truth. I'm green because it was a beautiful trading day. Beautiful price action typically means I'm going to be green. I mean, unless I completely miss something, which has happened, typically I've gotten to the point where now when it's great price action days, I am green. I am green a lot. I remember in my earlier days, which is not too long ago, a year and a half ago, honestly, it might have been within a year ago, where I would hear other people talk about how, oh, it's great price action. It's absolutely fantastic. You should be green on the day. And I wasn't. And it was discouraging. Because I wasn't green and they were, and it seemed everybody else was. I need you guys to understand that it's okay if you're not green. It's okay. It's a part of the process. It's a part of the journey of becoming profitable. And that journey means you're going to be red when others are green on good trading days. Now, how you handle these moments is going to be very crucial. How you handle those losing days when others are green, you need to commit to education. What could you do on those losing days? Days like this. I would be screenshotting the heck out of this price action day and taking notes. I would be referencing how the inversion fair value gaps are working, how we saw the resistance here and then the break higher, the test of the breaker. I would move up here and I would be looking at this inversion fair value gap, the sweep of these highs, and how we broke lower and we went low immediately, how we respected this breaker and we dropped dramatically. Those are the things that I'd be screenshotting and then discussing or journaling, so that when the next great price action trading day comes up, you have seen it before and you know what it looks like. When you have a library of these, I have my private Discord that nobody else is in. It's me, myself, and my brother. And I dropped hundreds of these things in there. When I saw great price action, I just wanted to document it so that I could see it over and over. And that's why when this trade happened, guys, I literally jumped on it in a second. I think it was Deborah that goes, hey, what are the criteria for a breaker? And I started looking for the breaker and I described it and I saw this fair value gap, that fair value gap, this low, this breaker, and I'm like, holy cow, it's right there. Take it. And I literally got in, I think I got in way down here. I think my entry was way down here. It was even a poor position, but because of how clear and obvious it was, I'm like, I'm taking it. I'll hold through that drawdown because I know this is going to drop. When you've seen it clearly like that over and over again, it gives you the confidence to begin to take those executions and take those trades. That it happens over time. Quick solutions. Peachy Investor has a Discord explaining how to set up copy trades, etc. PCM. I don't know what PCM is. I'll do that. I can set up, I think that would be helpful. I probably should do that. Do a trading setup, how to get set up on TradingView, Trade of 8. Might look at doing that. Need to figure out how I want to do that. I think it would be helpful to a lot of people. to do that. Because I know that's a barrier to entry when people don't know the process. And explaining the process, I think, would be helpful. Okay, so look at the drop there. One last thing that I'm going to share, and then we'll probably call it a day here, folks, is that when you see great trading price action and you've already told yourself, I've had my 3 trades and I'm done, it's going to be painful when you see more opportunities. I have told myself so many times that I'm done. Nope, I'm not taking anything. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm content. So many times that now I am literally okay. I can see this drop. I see a beautiful setup here. Here. Of opportunities. Especially this one right here. I really like that one the best. I like this one the best. We break lower and we come up into this fair value gap, into this new day opening gap, and reject it beautifully. Also, we have the inverse of this breaker to the tick. This is beautiful here. And I can say, hey, I'm okay. You must be content with the profits that the Lord brings you. And in my mind, and for my experience, this is what the Lord has brought me. This is the draw on liquidity, guys. This daily fair value gap. 100%. It's probably going to dig into this one this time. Last time we hit it was right here. And we only wicked into it 6 handles. We're going to go deep into this one now. We're going to go into this. I mean, we could go as far as the mean threshold, the consequent encroachment, 19,325. We could reach all the way down into there today. That's 100 handles. So we're gonna mess around in here for the rest of the day. If you're gonna be on, here's what you want to look at. You want to drop some fibs, some quarters here to here. Now, what I want you to do for the rest of the day is watch how we react at these levels. I don't take trades off of these, but these are targets. So if I was going short and I got to the point of holding longer, I would be taking profit here, then I would be taking profit here, and then here. These are how I would look at it. So we're going to leave these on here for the day, and we're going to see how price reacts with them. Quick solutions. What I'm struggling to find also is how to enter trades with TV short. Long tools directly on TV and how to manage trades with stop loss and TP. Just very clear and simple, like you know how to do. What is TV? Trading view? Okay, trading view. And quick solutions, I'm going to ask a couple clarifying questions, and if you can put that in, and I will answer this. Number one is TV trading view. Number two, are you referring to going short on trading view? Are you referring to putting in your executions? Are you referring to how I just click it and get in very quickly? Because there's you can create orders. So orders can be down here. We're not going to do that. Oh, I'm not in an account. Let me log into a paper trading account. So you can create orders which are like this, and you might thinking, well, that's going to be way too hard to get my execution. Okay, so it sounds like I'm on the right page with you. It is a settings issue. I'll do a video on that. I'll talk about it here, but then I'm gonna create a whole video on setting up your executions. Okay, so, and this will be good to make sure I got it, the clarity. So up here on the left-hand side, right here are where my executions are. Here's my, oh, you don't see that. All right, let me jump to the big monitor. All right, this is actually my screen, guys. This is my screen. This is what I see all the time. Right here is your buy and sell buttons. If I click right now, it puts me in a short or in a long position. If I click right now, it takes me out of that position. Okay? If you right click on your screens and you hit settings, you're going to see this chart right here for trading. Okay? Under trading and under general, you're going to have the buy and sell buttons. See how when I click that, it removes it and adds it? You're also going to have the instant order placement. If I do that, look what happens, what it takes on and off. This box right here is the quantity. Instant orders, if you remove that, it takes away the instant orders. So I can't select the size of orders that I want. You're going to want to select instant orders and then push OK. Now, if you select the quantity, you can change how many. And then as soon as I have as many as I want, all I have to do is push this button, and now I'm in a trade. You can exit by selecting the X position here or hitting the sell position here. There's another way you can do orders as well, and this way is market orders. Market orders will fill you in the fastest way possible, but sometimes you don't get the best executions. What do I mean by that? Let's say price, I'm going to get in right when that hits the high there. When price hits this high, I'm going to get in, and we're going to see when price gets to this high or this low, I'm going to take an entry right when I get there. Let's see if it gives it to us. Okay, the next thing I'll do is if it hits this, when it hits this level again, I will take a long. Okay, right there. Did it? Okay. So there's my position. I didn't like that one. Let's do another one. There it is. Why didn't it do it? It always does that. Yeah. Okay, there it is. All right, so I tried to get my position right when it got to this level here. But because I am manually entering it, my slippage was from 489.50. My entry was 488.50. I got one whole handle difference from when I wanted to be in my trade. The benefit, there's another way you can take trades, and that is through limit orders. If you click this plus button on the right hand side of your screen that follows you everywhere you go, all you have to do is put it at the level that you want to go long or short in, select your buy position, but anytime you're below it, it will give you a long position. Anytime you're above the level, it will give you a sell position. It's called a limit order. So now all I have to do is, oh, it's dropping, I want to get in. And I can drag it to get in. Let me show you again. If I think it's going to go short, I got a limit order sitting right here. Let's say I want it to hit this fair value gap, but I just have it sitting there, and I'm going to drag it when I'm ready to take it because I'm waiting for it to close below this level, right? In 14 seconds, it's going to close below this level. So I'm waiting, and then I'm going to drag this down. As soon as it closes below, I'm going to drop it so I get the fastest entry. There it is. All right, so look how exact I got that. I got it right at the level of the close, and I was able to get that order entry exactly because I did a limit order. And well, that's a fantastic trade there, folks. All for your viewing pleasure. And now what I can do is I can go below it and I can set my limit order. Okay, I want my limit order to be when we hit this low right here. Now, because the daily fair value gap is here, I know it's going to hit this level. There's zero doubt in my mind. It could retrace, but it will hit this level. But let's just say it wanted to only wick down below these levels, and you're seeing that, and you're like, oh crap, I think it's going to retrace. You literally just have to take this, drag it above, and it will order you right where price was at that moment. This is how I do my orders quickly and efficiently on TradingView. And if you're using TradingView, absolutely, this is going to be what you want to do. I would not be, these need to be selected. Instant order placement and buy and sell buttons. If you don't have that, the only way to place an order is to select the plus button, select I want to buy or sell, and then this whole screen pops up that now we have to work with. We set our units, we set our price, we can set our stop loss, we can set our take profit. That's great. If you have a model that this lets you do that, then you can do it this way. But the easiest way for me is saying, see how it hit price? I told you it was going to drop down there. I told you guys it was going to do that. We knew that that's what's going to happen. I then told you that we are going to dig into this heavily today. Watch. I promise you, it will dig deep into this fair value gap today. It's just not going to tap it and go back. The way I like taking my entries is, okay, I want to go short. So, there's my short entry. Right when I get in short, I'm immediately setting my stop loss above and I'm setting my limit order below. And just like that, I have my bracket orders that you can do on any other platform, but I did it in a matter of 3 seconds and I can drag it where I want it. I can bring my stop to break even and I can move my limit order to whatever. The only thing you have to make sure you do is when you are done, you want to make sure that you remove any lingering limit orders. I repeat, remove your lingering limit orders or stops because they do not remove by themselves. You need to manually remove them. And if you don't, what's going to happen is what happened to me, where you unintentionally leave a stop limit. Let's say it's right here. And guess what? It gets you in a position, you don't know it, you're not on the screen, and now it could run against you hundreds of ticks. And it happened to me just last month. I missed a limit order. It was on a copied account, and I lost so many of my accounts. You guys aren't seeing my face here. Let me show you my face. That's the face. That's the face right now of a man who just got obliterated by a limit order. Now, it's also happened the other way for me as well. I left a limit order. I left a stop loss. It hit it. I come back. I check later. And I'm in the green by like thousands of dollars. It will happen both ways. But you don't want it to happen both ways. You just want to make sure you remove any limit order and any stop loss order that's in a trade, and make sure you exit out of them. Zoom in and zoom out. Make sure all of the orders are removed. Make sure there's nothing there before you close your account. Oh, that is a fantastic little trick. It is so important for all of you viewers here this morning to make sure that you see ticks, not dollars. You want to see ticks, not dollars. Ticks, not dollars. You're going to go down to settings. You're going to view under trading, under general. You're going to see positions, your profit and loss directly right there. And you have the options to select money, ticks, or percent. Make sure you select ticks. If it's dollars, that's what it looks like. Look at the dollars. Do you want to mess around with that? I don't. I don't want to see the dollar amount. That creates emotion in me. That starts getting me anxious. Oh man, look, I'm up $1,000. I should just close it right now. When you believe that price is going to run to this level, you close your position because, oh crap, now I'm down to $400. Oh crap, it's $500. I was just at $1,500. What am I going to do? Let's get out of this. Let's sell it. And you sell your position because you're emotionally triggered by the dollar amount. Don't do the dollar amount. Do the limit orders. Or, do the ticks. Set your ticks right here. Under profit and loss. Your percent. Don't do percent either. That's really hard to... I really don't know how to read the percents. I haven't spent much time into it. I always view everything by ticks. My target is 40 ticks. I'm always looking for 40 ticks. 40 ticks is 10 handles. 80 ticks is 20 handles. 120 ticks is 30 handles. 20 ticks is 5 handles, right? So that's how you read the ticks. So I know how many handles. I've just been doing it enough, okay? That is how I would be executing on TradingView. I think I am going to do a full video on that. I think that'd be really helpful for more people. How do you remove all of the little precious trade arrows? Okay, yeah, that gets annoying. I only leave those on there when I am reviewing trades, but it's all under your trade settings. So under general, under appearance, you'll see executions. If I click that on and off, all of those are removed. This also, you want to see traders who are showing executions show you this right here. You want to be able to see those go on and off. If they don't go on and off, that means it's fake. Okay. So you got that. You have your orders. You have your reverse button. I would probably take off I would deselect the reverse button. Don't have that selected. I would also deselect your sound for executions. That's annoying. I don't like hearing order filled, order executed, order canceled. Gets a little annoying. But the best way for you to mess around with this is get into a TradingView account, log into your paper account. Who cares what happens on the paper account, and start clicking buttons. Paper account and just click buttons. And then you can easily, if you go over here to it's too big. If you go over here to paper trading account, once you have that opened, you'll see the account name. This is my son's account. I opened a TradingView account for them so they can start practice trading. I haven't done anything with it though. But if you select this arrow, this caret right here, you can, oh, excuse me, not that one. You select paper trading right there. And then you can, trading settings. No, cancel. I am clicking the wrong one. There it is. No, that's not it either. Huh. Give me a second. There it is. Okay. So you'll hit this little setting icon to the right of your name. And then you just hit reset account and you can set your balance at whatever you want, 100,000, and then you can start fresh. That's it. That's how I would handle all of that. This is actually my screen, right? This is my full screen. So I have it only on the last two because that's predominantly what I focus on. And it's easier to stream on 11:16 than it is on my super wide screen. I got a super wide screen. I mean, it's extremely wide, which I like. But, I mean, it's like really wide. It's really wide, so... I don't trade with different prop firms, but yes, you can. You can copy trade multiple prop firms. The only issue that I've come in is if I have a cash account with Trade-of-8 and I have my funded accounts with Trade-of-8, you can't trade. I haven't figured out how to trade both of them at the same time on my copied account. So I don't trade my personal and my funded accounts together. I trade them separately. But I know if you have like Ninja Trader, you can do Ninja with one account, Trade-of-8 with another account, and then you can copy both of them together. That's absolutely easy to do. And the only thing I ask, guys, if you use Trade-of-8, use the code DTJ. No cost to you. It gives the most updated discount. Now, notice their discounts right now are only 50%, so do not buy anything right now. Do not buy anything right now. I mean, if you're going to buy something, still use the code. I would appreciate it. But don't pay double the price. It's literally, I think it's actually, yeah, it's like $60 more than what it normally is. $50 more than what it normally is. It's like 30 some dollars for a 50K account at 80% off. $20 when it's 90% off. I mean, wait for those and get a bunch, man. Wait for those and then load up. Now, what did I tell you we were going to do? We were going to dig into this fair value gap. We found resistance at the fair value gap high, and we're digging lower into it. Now, when we get to this level here, this is one of the quarters. Remember what I said? Put these quarters on here. There's 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. You will find retracements and consolidations all at these levels. I told you that this would be a profit area. This would be a profit area. I already know where my profit areas are going to be. I just have to learn to hold longer. That's just the truth. So, I think that's going to be it for today. We're going to call that a day. Thanks for being here, guys. I will be here again tomorrow. I will check out this issue with this 20-second delay. I really hate the delay. I really hate it. So, I thought I had it down to 5 seconds, but 20 seconds is unacceptable. We'll try again tomorrow. But other than that, guys, God bless you. Take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.